Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. I know that's not my usual intro, folks. Let me go ahead and clean it up a little bit. Welcome back to Biblical Truth Central. I hope you all are having a blessed day. I hope you're prospering and living holy and righteous lives before the Lord. In this video, it won't be a biblical based video, I can tell you that, but I got the word right here in case I need it. In this video is going to be we're going to be talking about the news, the stuff that's in the news, the things that we have to see, and the things that are shoved down our throats every single day. With this LGBTQ transgenderism stuff that was not talked about 15, 20 years ago is all of a sudden being talked about now, and it's being celebrated. And I just can't help but bring up this subject that I just keep seeing on social media. I keep seeing it on my timeline. I keep seeing it all over the place. And I want to talk about it. Dewayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, parents, and their son is saying that he feels that he's a girl, really a girl on the inside. Now, we have been seeing this occur more and more and more and more and more frequently over the course of years. This gender dysphoria, this gender identity crisis, to where people, men and women of all different ages, are thinking that God made a mistake when he assigned them the gender that they really are. There used to be a point in time that this wasn't even a question. This wasn't even in the conversation. This was something that was just something, it was dealt with at birth. You were born, doctor says it's a boy or it's a girl, and that's just what you were until you died. But now it's to the point where people are getting to where they are contending and challenging what is actually natural. There's been a war on what is actually natural. The order of God has been challenged by Satan. And I just can't help but think that a lot of this stuff that's going on right now is spiritually motivated. There is a heavy spirit over this country that is plaguing people, that's confusing people, that's making people think that there's something that they're really not when they know that they're not. Now, the problem that I have with this whole situation with Dewayne Wade and his son is the fact that he's only 12 years old. He's a kid. The boy ain't even hit puberty yet. And he is wanting to become a female 100%, meaning he wants to have a sex change. And his father is supporting this. He's supporting that his son wants to get a sex change. They're encouraging him to go ahead and go through with it. And I just personally think it is completely irresponsible for a parent to allow their 12-year-old child to make a decision that's going to affect them for the rest of his life. Once he has that done, there is no turning back. He has ruined all of his chances of having a healthy, functioning sexual relationship with a wife in the future if he ever gets out of this phase. He has ruined his chances of having children. He is taken, his manhood will be stripped from him before he even reaches puberty. Let's let that sink in for a second. This boy is about to have his manhood stripped from him before he even hits puberty. This is the stupidest thing I have ever heard a parent condone for their children. I've heard parents say, well, if you're going to have sex, make sure you protect yourself, get you a condom, or make sure she's on birth control, son. Don't be bringing home no grandkids. You know, that's bad advice too. But this right here, it goes so deep because this boy, he's nowhere near full capacity of being able to make logical and rational choices for himself. I have a 13-year-old son. I have to get on to him about taking showers. I got to get on to him about tying his shoes. I got to get on to him about putting deodorant on. I got to get on to him about simple stuff like that because he doesn't care. You know, he's a boy. It's just the way it is. He is in no way, shape, or form mature to be making life-changing choices. And the decision to give Dwayne Wade's son a sex change is a life-changing choice. It's going to alter how this boy's life is going to be forever. Let's just say he actually does feel like a girl. You know, as I just said, there is a spirit that is plaguing people all around the world, confusing them. Confusion. I see a lot of confusion, and I don't understand how this is just going over people's head and people are accepting it, people are congratulating it, people are endorsing it as if it is normal. No, it's not normal. And I know some people are going to dislike this video, but I don't care. I'm not here for your... it's not a popularity contest for me. I'm not here for your likes. You can dislike it. I really don't give a crap. It ain't normal. It's not normal. If you're a male, you're a male. Chromosomes, DNA, all that stuff, okay? You're a male. If you're a female, you're a female. DNA, chromosomes, so on and so forth. Whatever makes you a female, that's what you are. Regardless of what you think, like your mind does not run the show. A lot of people think that they want something when they don't even really know that they really don't want it. This could be a phase. I know a lot of people who played with who experimented, we'll say, when they were younger. Then they got older and realized that wasn't who they really were. There's lots of stories of homosexual men coming out of homosexuality and getting married. There's lots of stories about lesbian women who came out of lesbianism and got married and had children. These women gave birth to babies like God intended them to. It was a phase, and a lot of them admitted that it was a phase. It was a dark period in their life to where they didn't make right decisions. They didn't have the right people around them encouraging them. And this boy does not have the right people around him, regardless of it being his parents. I don't see his parents teaching him the word of God. I don't see any conviction as far as saying this is wrong. They're following the narrative as I see it. And what's trending right now is transgenderism. What's trending right now is sex change. What's trending right now is LGBTQ. That's what it is. Okay? That's what it is. It's a spirit, folks. It's a spirit. And I think that if this boy goes through with this, and he shouldn't even be allowed to, but if his parents give the consent of doing this, they're going to ruin his life. He's going to look back on this one day and say, why in the world did my parents stop me? Why did they let me do this? What type of parenting is that? And what type of doctor would actually operate on a 12-year-old boy anyway with a clear conscience? This world is so wicked. It is so wicked. We are literally living in the last days, folks. We are living in a time period, like the book of Isaiah says, to where they're going to call good evil, and they're going to call evil good. They're going to call right wrong and wrong right. They're going to say bitter is sweet, sweet is bitter, light is dark, dark is light. That prophecy is here. Now, it's here. because people are literally acting stupid to where they have completely forgotten human logic, questioning things that a child would never even question. Do you really have to question what gender you are? Do you really have to make up genders out of the blue? Do you really have to go that far to convince yourself that you are what you think you are? You know? It's just sad that we have to see, or that we're seeing a situation right now of a boy who could potentially be turned into a girl. The emasculation of males is on the rise. People don't like the alpha males anymore. They don't like the man's man that likes to get his hands rough and takes care of his family. They congratulate the man who puts on a dress and a wig and has a sex change and calls them a hero. While we have veterans on the street right now who can't get any help, who fought for this country. The priorities are so screwed up in this country. They're so messed up. They're so all over the place. And the days that we live in are evil. They're evil. There is 100% attack on our children. 100% attack on our children. And it doesn't help when you have parents who lean way to the left and follow the narrative that that's really being forced on us right now. Because anywhere you look, everywhere you turn, it's homosexual this, it's lesbian that. And don't get me wrong, folks, I don't hate anybody. I love all people. I want all to come to repentance and come to Christ and be saved. The homosexuals, the lesbians, I love them all. I do. Sin is sin. It's no different than the man and the woman that's fornicating. It's no different than the thief. It's no different than the murderer. It's all sin. We've all fallen short of the glory of God. Everybody. So I'm not picking on anyone. But the fact that we see so much of this, and now we're seeing children being dragged into it, I got a problem with that. Because I got children of my own. I got 3. And I'm just not going to let them fall into the narrative. Teaching my kids the way that they need to be. They're going to be men in the future. So it's up to me to teach them how to be a man and nothing but a man, because they were born a male. So they are destined to be a man. If you're born a male, you're not destined to be whatever you want to be. You're not destined to be a woman. Stop listening to this fake, false bullcrap. Stop it. Just stop it. I hate the direction this world is going in right now. I absolutely hate it. I can't stand it. I can't stand the thinking of people. You can say, well, you're narrow-minded. Whatever. If you want to say narrow, if you want to call narrow-minded that, then consider it to be logical, because you're definitely not logical or rational with the way that this world is going and the mentality that they have of thinking that a male is a female and a female is a male, or no sex at all. It's ridiculous. All right, I just wanted to say my piece on this subject, because I've been seeing it all day for the last couple of days, and I decided to just give my perspective on what I think about it. Some of you are gonna like it, some of you are gonna hate it, but again, I don't care. You know, I'm not here for popularity. I'm not here to win votes. I'm not here to hear. I'm out here to tell the truth. I mean, I'm out here to spread the gospel, folks. I'm out here to spread the gospel, people. This is Biblical Truth Central. You're getting nothing but truth here. You're getting nothing but Bible here. You're getting nothing but Jesus. You come on this channel, you're going to hear about Jesus. You come on this channel, you're going to hear about God. You come on this channel, we're going to read the Word of God. And if you watch it enough and you listen enough, you're going to follow Jesus eventually. Whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 1 through 4 is the gospel. Read the gospel and be saved, folks. Don't get caught up in this wicked, evil society that we live in. Don't let it confuse you. It's not of God. God is not the author of confusion. That's Satan. Satan was a liar from the beginning, a deceiver from the beginning. Doesn't have your best interest. All of this that you see going on right now, all of this all of this confusion, all of this weird stuff that we got going on in the world is all of the devil, folks. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, and against rulers of darkness and spiritual wickedness in high places. Ephesians 12. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. God bless. Peace.